speaking about two types of methods to bring the love and awe of God in our lives. What are the two methods? One is to be aware of that God is my life. Excuse me just one second, just make sure here that this is, okay. That God is my life, my very existence. He's my very soul, and that he is my Father. Both of those realities, the Alter Rebbe explains, are really a given. They're a gift from above. It is through the patriarchs, who are the founding fathers, should we say, of Judaism and the Jewish people. And in their merit, we have that component in our soul. A soul that's that wants to yearn and cleave and to be connected to God and not to be disconnected. However, it is hidden from within. And therefore, even though it's a gift, we need an effort to release it. Now, we've spoken in the past about how when we do the act of a mitzvah, I'm going to recap something from the past. When we do the act of the mitzvah, what are we doing? We're bringing God into my physical being and into the physical world in the act of the mitzvah. So if I'm taking a coin, that coin of charity that I'm giving becomes enveloped in holiness, in the light of God, and so do I. My physical arm, my soul, the power of my soul become bound up in one with God. At the same time, and that's through the act merely. At the same time, the intent that I have, the love and awe, are like wings that allow this mitzvah now to soar to the divine above. By doing so, there are, so to speak, many things that result of that. One is, when our mitzvah soars above to the divine, it becomes eternal. There's bringing God into this world. It's in the moment of doing the act that God is present in me, in the object that I am using for the mitzvah. But then there is, and that's in the action only, without intent kavana. With the proper intent in kavana, we give wings, and the proper intent in kavana is love and awe of God. The two wings that allow it now to soar to the divine above. And it becomes then eternal, because the divine is eternal. It becomes eternal that mitzvah that I'm doing now, I will have a ray of that light when I leave this world in Gan Eden, in the Garden of Eden. I will experience that which I don't experience now, but it will be only a ray of light, where here I'm bringing the essence of godliness in the act. At the same time, I will experience it totally, not just a ray of light, in the times of Mashiach. That act of mitzvah that I do now. Again, because it's coupled with intent, kavana, that it is lifted, raised up with the wings of love and awe of God to the divine attributes above, which we'll get to more details in that in a moment. Also, parenthetically, the Alter Rebbe says, and this is in the past, I'm giving you some of the past teachings, it's important sometimes that we make sure we have proper context in everything that we're learning, because when we learn on a daily basis, the particular class is very specific, and sometimes we don't see the bigger picture because of the specific teachings of the day. So at the same time, the Alter Rebbe said in the past, is because it goes to the divine attributes above, there is in divinity, in holiness, in goodness, there's a coalescing, a coming together of the divine attributes. So therefore, if, for example, if there is a divine decree above in the attribute of gvura, which is severity, that there is a severe judgment against someone, right? Against someone. When we do a mitzvah, we're allowing, and it's, again, compelled or by love and awe of God, so it rises up. It goes to the world, to the divine above, which we'll, again, explain in a little more details in a moment, which we've done in the past. There will be a coalescing of the attributes that the kindness will tip over the chesed, over the gvura, over the severity, over the judgment, and there will be the sweetening of severities that will then trickle down into our world where that judgment has now been sweetened. That's a consequence of the act of the mitzvah. It's not what the mitzvah is about. It's a consequence. Okay? That's why he puts it in parentheses as opposed to what it is. What it is an attachment of God, the essence of God in this world in the moment. What it is that it's through the kavanah, the intent, doing it for the sake of our connection and not to being disconnected from God, so that's love and awe of God. It then has wings, metaphorically speaking, that it goes to the eternal divine attributes above and has a eternity to that act of a mitzvah. Now, with that, let us take further understanding of these two types of love that we're speaking of God, which is that God is my life, He is my very existence, He's my soul, very being, and He is my Father. That's even greater. I'm His child, meaning that I'm ready to give up my life to do for Him, because He's more cherished than life itself, which therefore is higher than the first level. Now, when we have that awareness merely in our minds, and it doesn't compel a feeling in the heart, but we're aware, and we think about it, that God's my Father, He's my life. And it doesn't affect the heart in the sense or in the manner that I have a palpable feeling in the heart. So as we explained yesterday, that's okay. God connects it because you connected it to your actions and your behavior is different. So as a result of that those wings of love and awe of God, that is only mindfulness, an awareness in the mind, but didn't affect the heart, changed my behavior, but didn't affect my heart, those wings will soar, that mitzvah will soar, that love and awe will soar with the mitzvah to the world of Yetzirah, which is the world of formation, which is the world of divine emotions. Being that I have something inherent in my soul and the heart that is concealed there. I didn't really totally reveal it because I was only mindful. But that's okay. Because I want through that to connect to God and not be disconnected to Him. And that leads me to act differently. Very simple. We're learning right now. And when we're aware of this, it leads me now to put aside other things. So I'm not disconnected from my learning. And it leads me to want in my mind, in my mindfulness, to connect through this learning to God. That allows our mitzvah right now of learning Torah to ascend to the divine attributes in the world of Yetzirah, the world of formation. Even though I don't have a palpable feeling in my heart. If I meditate strongly enough, how God is my Father who so dearly wants His child to connect to Him through the study of Torah. I'm giving that by way of example right now. Through the study of Torah, and you really ponder that at great length, that what it means, God's Torah, what it means that as a child you to connect Him, again, by way of example, or that He is my very life, my very existence, and His Torah is my very reality, and nothing but that is my truth. And it becomes something that I'm so engaged with my mind that it actually funnels through das, through my knowledge, into my heart. And I actually have now some real feeling and yearning to study the Tanya in a way that it's connecting me from God and allowing me not to be disconnected from Him. That's love and awe of God, and it's a true palpable feeling, which I might parenthetically suggest that's not going to happen so quickly, but that's okay. That's a high level, because you need a lot of contemplation of this. It actually should be a feeling, a real feeling, not a feeling that's, there in just a brief moment. Brief moments of feelings we can all have, but that's something that's sustained for a bit, at least. All right? But that's okay. We got to make the effort. We make the effort. That's what counts. Make the effort. That's really, because in the end, it's going to change our behavior. So therefore, it's real love and awe of God, and it does ascend. Again, whether it's going to ascend only to the world of Yetzirah, or this last one that explained that because of the das, the knowledge that we have, that it actually connects to our heart, to our feelings, and actually has a palpable feeling of love and awe of God. So then it ascends to the world of Bria, the world of creation, which is a higher world, the highest of all the worlds. Spiritual worlds, of course. And it's there for eternity. So whichever one, it's all good. It's all good. Because again, that we're going to have a fiery love for God in our study of Tanya right now, that we want to connect with Him, So what we have here is the two loves coming together. As we've mentioned, that there are two components to love. The love of God, that is. The inherent nature of it, that the soul has the inherent love of God. And that's something that's a gift from above, similar to Avarabba, great love. In other words, it's beyond us, not created by us. And then there is the love that we create through our minds, intelligence, that is fed through das, knowledge, that influences the heart, that the heart has some kind of feeling towards God, that then views our behavior. But the bottom line of love is not all you need is love. No. All you need is that love should imbue our behavior, that we act differently. And I repeat again, because this is, we live in a Western culture that it's all you need is love, is so counter everything we're learning. Because all you need is love is all about myself. All I need is love, because all I need is a feeling. And therefore you become an object of my love. I want you because you give me the feeling that I want. Do I really want you? No. I want the feeling that you give me of love. That's very unhealthy. That's not real. That's a child's love, but not a mature love. We need a love that changes us. It's not about me. The love is about me being good, better. It's not about me feeling. By the way, not that we shouldn't have the feelings, but that's not the point of the love. About the feeling, it's about that it leads me to being the person I'm supposed to be, what God needs from me. So love is about making me a better person or a better Jew. and therefore it's a tool. And that's how it is. That's why the Alter Rebbe is giving us different ways that we can find love of God as a tool to make us closer to God, better human being, and better Jews as a result. And where is that better, the good, is in our behavior, not in our feelings. So we do good not to feel good. We do good to be good. So we have love, not so we could feel good. We have love so we could be good. And that's why it is, when you do it, to connect to God as opposed to having a feeling of closeness to God. And therefore, that's what's important, is the behavior that comes out as a result of the love. I hope that was clear, because that was fundamental. We have discussed this before, and we will probably discuss it again because it is crucial. Jenny, thank you. Mark from Santa Rosa, Boker Tov. Shimshon from Madagascar. Oh, might be a first time for someone from Madagascar. Thank you. Erica from Norway. Hello. Aliza, thank you for joining. Anna from Budapest, Hungary. Hello. Molly. Sandy from Phoenix. Hello. Keep safe, Sandy. It looks like you're keeping safe. Benjamin, hello from Indonesia. Marilyn. Guten Tag. Ronald, good morning from Brazil. And David Mbatia from Montreal, thank you for joining. Charles, Sherry, hello. Tatizisol, yeah, that's good. Very good. John from North Carolina, good morning. And Arena is with us. Tim from Texas. Azmi, shalom. Arena from Colorado. Thank you, Rena. Shalom. Hilda from Montreal. All right. Thank you for joining. Angelina. Thank you. Yes, very deep and important stuff. Yeah, right. Thank you, Jane, for sharing. As Rabbi Friedman would often say, don't say I love you, because an I am the principal, and you are the secondary, right? I love you, right? But it's the I that loves you. Rather, if you say, and it's not so much about the saying, but it's the sentiment, you, I love. That's how it would express itself in human relations. Is it you that I love, or is it I that loves you? And, you are the object. That's why in Western culture, people and women in particular are objectified through love to a great degree, because it's all about me. And what's me? How I feel. And you make me feel good, great. That's why I love you. As opposed to you, it's about you. You, I love. A lot more to say about that. But yeah, thank you, Deanna. Yeah, do good to be good, exactly. Irma from St. Martin, good morning. Molly asks a question, good one. What is the best way to distinguish between the feeling of love and the act of love? Is it selfishness? Well, how do you know what's selfish? Am I seeking the feeling, and that's what's motivating me? So that's selfish. So knowing yourself, and the difference will be in your behavior. How are you going to behave? Am I only doing this good because it makes me feel good, or even when I don't feel good, I still do it? So, for example, if you wake up in the morning, you don't feel like praying to God. I don't have the love of God in me right now, so I don't feel like praying. And you do anyways, and you make an effort to actually get the feeling, to connect, well, then that means you change your behavior. You did what you need to do because that's what God needs and wants from you. So therefore, you know that that's not selfish, and that that's love in order to do good, to be good. Thank you, Clem. Damien from Pennsylvania, hello. Thank you, Sigalit. Andrea from Mississippi, shalom. Piet, shalom. Irene, hello. Joa from Portugal. And Karim from Youngsville, Louisiana, is that? I'm not certain what state that is. LA is the state of, I thought maybe, I don't know. In any case, whatever it is, folks, have a wonderful day. Please share the Alter Rebbe's teachings with others, as we see that these are crucial teachings that really change our lives for the good and make us better human beings and better Jews, for those people that are Jewish. I'm Rabbi Ronnie Fine, coming to you from my home in Montreal, Canada. It's a privilege and a pleasure to share with you the Tanya. Incidentally, I have a class tonight, if you want to get it on Facebook, Chabad ZK, Zichron, Chabad Zichron Kadeshim. I'll have a class tonight at 7:30 on festivals and stuff. If you, Louisiana, I was correct on that. Okay, thank you. So 7:30 on Facebook, Chabad ZK. Please join me. Have a wonderful day.